or to ban.
How are you? Welcome mpenzi mtazamaji, kipindi ni Nuru ya asubuhi ya morning talk show. We come to every single Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. and on Thursday we get to talk deeply on matters family and health. We bring in doctors, experts, specialists, counselors who help us understand more about our families and also our health as well. And so today is no exception, because we'll be having a counselor with us who will be helping us understand these issues when it comes to premarital counseling. You know, maybe you've heard about it, maybe not. What is it? And some of those things that are discussed there. And is it advisable for you to go for one if you're planning to get into marriage? And some of those discussions, some are topics that are mostly discussed, and we'll be tackling about them right here. And so feel free to join in the conversation. This is Tusemezane. The number is on your screen, and also across all our Facebook page and the YouTube page. We are coming to you live as Mizpah TV Kenya. Our guests of today, she's none other than Catherine Wangui Mwithigani. She's a counselor. She's also a retired accountant from Kenya Post, and she has an office at Gatehouse in Nakuru. And so feel free. You're in safe hands. You'll be learning. I hope you're ready to learn. Yes, karibuni tusemezane. A very good morning to you.
Morning to you.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Welcome to Mizpah TV.
Thank you. We
are so glad to have you here. And I know the discussion of today will enlighten so many of us, I included. I'll be the first student to learn, and so welcome, Sana.
Thank you.
So with our topic of discussion, premarital counseling. You know, I know you've had sessions with people differently. There are people maybe who you've met who have no idea about what it is. Others have a little bit of an idea. Others went for it. And so help us understand more about it when it comes to premarital counseling.
When we talk of premarital counseling, it is most people normally think of the wedding.
Yeah.
They normally think of the wedding day. They don't think of how it will be after that. They have expectations that marriage is a bed of roses. But sometimes there is pressure from maybe whoever is near you, maybe from your parents. And that makes you have a lot of pressure. So most people don't think of premarital counseling because they think of the wedding. But when it comes to the premarital counseling, this is preparing whoever is concerned, the people concerned, how to go about it. Because it is a way of putting yourself in a way that which shoe are you going to put on? Is it going to fit you? So sometimes it is good to live your life, to know that there's nobody who is, you are just a unique person. Whoever you are getting married to. Like maybe Emery, the way maybe you caught, how you met, you'll be able to know what sort of a person this is. Yeah.
Amazing. And what is the stage? When should one go for premarital? Because I think this is a question that so many people always ask. 2 weeks to the wedding, do I come? There's a specific time that is highly advised.
It is good to go for premarital counseling, especially when you meet your fiancé.
Hold up.
Yeah.
At least when I meet them.
When you meet them, because at least you should have a duration of about 6 months before you get married.
Okay, will I not scare that person off?
But you are supposed to come, both of you.
Yeah, but will it not be a scare like huyu ashaanza kupanga mambo na harusi na ndio tumepatana, like we don't even know each other?
When we talk of it's preparation.
Okay.
Yeah, it's preparation. So you are supposed to go for premarital counseling because first you court the courtship.
Yeah.
When it comes to the courtship, you have come to realize what sort of a person it is. You have known each other as individuals. That is now the time you'll be able to see now you ask whoever asks whoever. You start dating. Then after dating, you come and ask each other, what is the way forward?
Okay.
And when it comes, what is the way forward, that is now the time you realize it's good for you to go for pre-marital counselling. The duration should be allowed 6 months before you think. You can quote for 6 months so that you can know this person. Because the physical part, you can see the person. But what are the limitations? What are the emotions of this person?
Okay.
Sometimes it's hard to know unless when you go for pre-marital counseling, because you give Emily, you only give the good part of you. I can make it, I can smile, but you have your dark of you.
Yeah, that's true.
So somebody, you have your self-worth. Maybe this person will not know when you get angry, when you become happy. And especially women have emotions. Sometimes you might be emotional and this person will not understand
you.
So that is now when we are told it's good to learn and know each other.
Okay.
The light age for, maybe it's for college person 20 years, but the light age might be 25 years of, because that is, you'll have finished college, you are a grown up, you can be working.
You know what you want.
You know what you want in life.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no need of marrying a baby. Because if you marry a baby, what will happen?
Okay.
Yeah. And especially girls, they like marrying an older person.
Yeah.
Because with ladies, they grow, they mature faster than men.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good, because I had someone who told us that like whenever you should not go when you've already planned the wedding, they should be earlier before the wedding, at least to get to have that good time of learning about this person. Now, coming to some of those topics that I discussed, there is the one that really gets to affect so many people, age and finances. That is what I would like for us to get into and understand in depth. And so when we start off with the age, that's a topic that is discussed sana. So help us understand more about age when it comes to, when I have come as Emily and my better half for the pre-marital counselling.
When it comes for pre-marital counselling, age is just a number. Sometimes you might be in love, because when we look at age, we recommend let the man be older than the lady. But sometimes when people come, they want pre-marital counseling, and maybe, for example, the lady is 23 years and the guy is 20 years and they are in love. You are living your life. You might get even another person than you, but there's no love. So, one thing, do you love each other? Because love matters a lot. But the recommended age at 25, it is the recommended age. But there are few who normally come. Men are younger than ladies. But if they have true love and they really want to get married, we just help them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so if I come, there's no turning back. If I've come and I've decided, maybe you find there's one who is with with the society and with culture, when a woman is older than the man, there always tends to be issues. What are some of those issues that are related with that, that someone can also watch out as they get into it?
Sometimes when the woman is older, when it comes to childbearing, when it comes to childbearing, and when it comes to the age, sometimes you feel you are tired. What will happen? You see, when the lady is older than the man, she might have, the self-esteem must be down. Will this person realize? That's why they come for pre-marital counseling, because now you'll understand each other. Because age, sometimes it puts somebody to feel that maybe one way in the morning, you don't want to wake up early. And this gentleman want to go to work. And as a helper,
you need to prepare something.
Even in the African culture, who should do that? It's the woman. But because of the body changes, that is why we recommend let the lady be a bit younger than the man, because of childbearing Even thinking, ladies think faster. So that is why we normally say it's good to have somebody who is a bit older, a man to be older than the lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when they come, we help them because it's a choice, and counseling is a process, and it is not guiding. So we give open-ended question. Are you ready to be married by this person? Because you cannot tell this person this is not the right age. Because they have come for help.
They have come for help.
And helping is a process. So maybe after the first session, because they'll come both of them, they'll realize, and maybe they might even terminate. They might give themselves time. Because coming for premarital counseling, it does not mean that they'll get married. Maybe there are those who come for premarital counseling and let alone they find maybe we cannot move on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's room for that as well.
There's room for that because should you take this person just getting married because of the society? It is you as a person because it's your life. Okay. And you should not compare your life with other people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have come. Maybe let's give an example. I am in such a situation. So what are some of the things that you will help me, during this process as we go through with this? Because maybe we've decided now that we are in this and there is this difference. The society is talking. I feel low in my self-esteem. I'm going with someone who is younger and all of that. So what are some of those things that you're going to help me, help us to navigate?
One, if you're in love, your self-esteem is very important. Whatever you have decided, I'll have to take it and appreciate it because it's you have come with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So number one is self-esteem.
Self-esteem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing that can help us in that to navigate through these issues that are going to come
is their true love.
Okay.
Do you love each other? Yeah.
Okay.
Have you learned each other? Have you known each other for quite a number? Yeah.
Okay. And so from there's after we've had that discussion and maybe we are like, okay, I think it could work. What is the next step after that?
The next step, it is you to decide now. You introduce yourself. You already know each other. So who should introduce each other? You should know the relatives and especially the parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is that period of courting. So maybe it's not gone to the family and all of that.
Maybe once in a while, especially what normally people do. You are introduced to one member of the family, maybe a sister or a brother, but that is not all because they are not the ones who make the decision.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just meet my friend. Yeah. So sometimes when one becomes serious, maybe before you go to the parents, you'll have introduced your partner to maybe your sister, your friends. Yeah, and already the decision is yours. Yeah, you have made the decision, but you just want to ask. Maybe you can ask, or they board with your sisters or your brothers. It comes in a way that you already have decided, because it is very hard for you to take a friend to a known person. Yeah. Okay. You just want them to stamp for you. Or tell you, yeah, Emily, you have brought us a handsome boy, a handsome man. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, ile tu validation.
Ile tu validation. Yeah, ya kupitia.
Okay.
But already you have made your mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Because sometimes when you look in the society, you might learn in the long way.
Okay.
But your decision, dhamiri yako inakuambiaje? Yeah.
Okay. And so from there's now the issues that are going to come up when it comes to maybe finances. Now as we go to the next stage of finance, that really gets to affect so many people. So when we come to you and we are having, maybe this is the next class, the next session, because it goes per session. How long can, just curious, how long can a session go for? And with what topics? Because you said it's a period of 6 months. So the topics of the discussion, I'm sure it depends also with the individuals. Saizi ingekuwa practical kama kungekuwa na mtu or real tunaongea haya maneno like not today. So there's now those issues that come up that maybe age can take 3 weeks or 1 week, just a session. When it comes to finance, can take a longer period or a shorter period. Now, when it comes now to the finances, we come to you and we are like, now let's talk about finances. How will you help us? And what are the stages that you'll take us through?
When it comes to finances, it also depends with the individual, because you have to be very open to each other.
Okay.
Because when it comes to finances, you have to see, you'll have a life to live. You cannot live without finances. Is this person working? Is this person good in business? So when it comes to finances, you have to settle down, and I'll have to help you how to go about with the finances. Whatever you are earning. And what are the necessities? You need food, clothes, shelter, all those, the necessities that we cannot do without. That will help you to budget on your finances. Yeah. Might be one is working, the other one is not working. Maybe one is earning more than the other. How do you start saving? You'll have to live to the limit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to be open to the finances.
Okay.
Because one might be a spender, the other might be a
saver.
When it comes to that, a saver. So it comes and you tell yourself now, because it depends, maybe even with the background. Because you might go budget, or when you go across, you have gone to town. You just say today you want to eat chips and for lunch, and you have not planned that. So you should not go with the wave, but you as a person. Yeah. But learning each other, it's a process. Yeah.
And learning each other's, weaknesses don't just come out that, I am weak in this. Others don't even know they have weaknesses. And so when you're taking us through this process of understanding about our finances, how do you get to allow to help this person open up? This person to even identify. There's the opening part, like, by the way, mimi na savings kuna vile tu, it's not been working. Na kuna mwingine hajui akona issue na investments. So how do you, as the counselor, and we've come both of us, how are you going to help us open up, and also in opening up, also identify some of those limitations? Because with the first time, I will not be honest with this person, like, immediately. So how can I know that this person has fully opened up to me, and also I have fully opened up?
You have to check on your income and the expenses. When you check on the income and the expenses, that is now the time you will be able to see how are you going to maintain yourself.
Okay.
With the income and the expenses, you might think of a mortgage, but depending with the income you're earning, will you be able to take a mortgage? Will you be able to build a house? Will you be able to cater for medical expenses? When it comes to NHIF and medical expenses, when one becomes sick, or you'll have also a priority because something might crop up. What will you do? So when you have your income and your expenses, when you table down, that is the way you'll be able to move on.
Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes the way you have asked, one might not be open to the other person about the income. But do you think it will work?
But, I just cannot come and tell this person I earn 50K, or I earn 70 or 100 or 1,000 or whatever. Immediately this person you're still quoting. Yes, there's the agenda of marriage, but sijakujua vizuri, that's why we are here. And that's why I was asking about that. Opening up can be a bit tricky.
It might be a bit tricky, but to you have your conscience. What do you want to tell this person? You might tell this person, maybe you earn 50K. And then you are not ready to tell this person because of reasons best well known to you.
Yeah.
But you might tell the person, I would like we have our own house. Maybe in the coming
future.
Yeah, instead of renting.
Okay.
Obvious, because it will be an open discussion. You'll see the non-fab of this person. Some of them will just be angry, others will just accept, because others don't know the meaning of saving.
Okay.
But it is better if it is possible to start saving early. Okay. And you might be, when you are a girl, you used to save maybe 10 shillings per day when even you are given by your parents. Maybe the guy used to spend.
Fully spend.
But it is a vice versa. It can be the guy, it can be the lady.
Yeah.
So here it depends. Okay. But I'll help you depending on the questions you are going to ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think we need those questions from our viewers. Nisikwe niko solo hapa. You know, I'm trying to be in your shoes but also come on this other side also. Any questions you have concerning finances, maybe you've been married and you've been seeing there are issues that are happening, also I believe with this discussion of today can help you very, very much. And we want to take a break, but before we take that break, we'll be coming back, and there's a story I'll be sharing with you of a certain issue that came up between some family that was there. So stay with us and we'll be back with more. This is Nuru ya Asubuhi.
Mizpah TV, keeping the fire of the altar burning.
Praise the Lord, hallelujah. Mpendo mtazamaji, we thank God because this has been a wonderful season of prayer and fasting, the month of January here at Mizpah House of Prayer. And we want to make a very special invitation to you this Friday and this Sunday. We are climaxing the days of prayer and fasting, and we will be here with the man of God on Friday night 9 p.m. and Sunday morning 9 a.m. It will be 2 days of Holy Communion with Apostle Dr. Jesse Karanja. He will be here serving the Holy Communion on Friday and also on Sunday. Don't miss it. It will be a wonderful time. We'll be releasing special blessings upon your life and even upon your family. If you cannot make it, please prepare your cup, prepare your bread at home. He will be guiding us, leading us, and praying over us. It will be a wonderful time. If you can make it, please come. God bless you. Holy Communion weekend at Mizpah House of Prayer. In Jesus' mighty name.
Fasting is a physical act of faith that releases our spirits from the grip of the flesh so as to receive from our spiritual God. We are delighted to bring to you a series of teaching on fasting as we serialize on the book, The Grace of Fasting, authored by Apostle Jesse Karanja. Join us this and every Friday from 12 noon and a repeat at 8 p.m. only on One-on-One with the Apostle.
When we pray together, we amplify the power of prayer. For where 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, he is among them. That is why at Mizpah House of Prayer, we welcome you to fellowship with us this and every other Friday from 9 p.m. for a prophetic night vigil like no other. You can join us in person, or you can catch us live on Mizpah TV or on our social media platforms. Come, let us go into the house of the Lord. Tukutane Church.
Mizpah TV, keeping the fire of the altar burning.
We are back. Welcome back, mpenzi mtazamaji. Kipindi hapa ni Nuru ya Asubuhi, and we're here for Family and Health Thursday. And our topic of discussion, we are talking about some of the topics that I discussed during the premarital counseling. One we've tackled on matters of age, and also now we are on finances. So there's this family, and as I promised, I'll be sharing something small about these issues that crop up in these marriages and all that. And so there's a family where the woman was happy with the marriage and all of that. And so the man turned out, for him, he was this person who wanted more. You know, those people who are not fully like, tukona hii kidogo, but we can do something much more to earn more. And so he started investing. But now as he was investing on huge deals that were not there. He was being scammed. So it turns out later on it gets to affect his family, because they go almost bankrupt because of the wrong investments, and it led to even the separation of that family. And now the husband, because of shame, he had to flee for like 3 years. So the wife is left dealing with mortgages, car loans, credit cards, and all of those things. And as you could see, the woman, she was bitter. She was angry. She was like, we would have done something better. You know, for such a person who, you know, you find yourself in such a shoe. You know, maybe it's the woman who is making wrong investments, or the man who is making wrong investments. Can you identify in that premarital counseling? Can you identify such issues?
Yeah, sometimes there are such issues because maybe it is for this man. The time he started thinking of mortgage, they didn't have a time for discussion.
Okay.
So one thing they should have checked on is about security, so that this person can have the confidence.
Okay.
Because if this person does not have the security, if you take a mortgage, it doesn't have the security. How are you going to pay the mortgage?
Yeah.
So this person lacked confidence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, coming back now to our discussion of the day, some of the issues, some of the things that crop up when it comes to the premarital counseling, the finance, which we have started on mentioning. But there are some key areas to it. There are the security, the success, and all of that. So we could go step by step, starting with the security, which I've already mentioned a bit about it, but take us through it as well.
Okay. So when it comes to security, I had already mentioned it. If you want to take a mortgage, you'll have to decide how will you be paying. Is it from both of us, or it's one who is going to?
So you should come to an agreement.
You should come to an agreement, so that at least it will not be in the list of shame. Yeah. How will you manage the mortgage? How will you be paying? Yeah, so that at least you will not be ashamed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And each one of you has already planned and agreed that we are taking this mortgage.
Yeah.
So from there now, how do we get to pay?
How do you get to pay?
Okay.
Maybe the man is working. The lady is in business. Who is most likely able to pay? The man, because he's salaried, he can be able to pay from the salary, the cut-off system. But maybe because the lady is in business, they might not be able to pay because, like the Kenya we are today, business it's up and down. You cannot predict. That's why we are saying whoever is salaried can be responsible for the mortgages.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And now there's also this issue of joint accounts. Also part of security. There are times you get to have people, if you meet people, they're like, usiwai jaribu, advices out there. Usiwai jaribu kufungua account moja na mume wako, and others, they're like, it is very good for you to open. So from your perspective, what would you advise on such?
With joint account, it depends with the individual.
How?
You might have a joint account, and who will manage it? Is it both of you?
Okay.
Because sometimes it's good, but one might be a spender, the other is a saver. So with the joint account, how will you be depositing? How will you be? Who will be responsible? At what time? Weekly, monthly, yearly. Yeah. It might work if you come to an agreement. You'll never go to the bank before informing me. That can work. Or else, you can fail to have a joint account and you have individual account and you can give the PIN number so that this person can go and withdraw. That one, it has ever worked with me.
Oh,
yeah, it has
experience.
I have experience.
Okay.
We have never had a joint account, but we used to give each other PIN number.
Okay.
You can learn my account, and I can learn my account, and it used to be very good, and it used to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, also, this reminds me of one of the discussions we were having here, a question that we posed even to our viewer. Is it right to repossess things, maybe from a relationship when it's broken? And now that also tackles on matters security. Maybe you have that joint account, you're together, you are in love, and then things come up and there is separation that comes in. One might choose to forgive. They have access to it, and they repossess everything that belonged to both of you. And so how can you make sure, because also you are a retired accountant, you can help us understand, how can you make sure that the security is intact?
When we come to the security, it all depends with what do you have and what do you own. Okay. Because when it comes that in one way or on the other, one can forgive, that means that person is not, there's no trust.
Yeah.
And that is why I said marriage is not a bed of roses. As you live, from the beginning I said, when you live with each other, this is the time you realize that Kube, this person has been putting on mask. It's not the way
they are.
I know. It's not the way I learn this person. As you live, because you'll find. Maybe, like, sometimes you normally say, and I can testify, it's very hard for an accountant to use a shilling without knowing where it is going.
Okay.
Unless maybe when one is sick.
Okay.
But using or spending, sometimes it can even have disagreement in the family.
Okay.
Because this person looks forward. If I save 1 shilling per day or 50 shillings per day, in a year, how much will that be?
Yeah.
And maybe this person is saying, but I'll have work and I'll get 10,000. Why don't we work on that 10,000? This now, there's no security because you might predict, and in the long run, you might not get that 10,000.
Yeah.
So, this is a matter of helping each other to save what you have. Because if you can save 50, in a year, 50 times 365, that's quite a number. It's allowed almost 16,000 per year, and it can help you a lot. Okay. But when you predict of the 10,000 that you have not gotten, You
Can be an
cannot
issue.
predict.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is good. Now let's come to the second part. The second topic of discussion is success when it comes to finances.
When it comes to finances, you'll have success because you'll be able to buy your own properties, and then you'll succeed in life. Because if you doesn't have a house to live in, if you're not eating well, you have to take care of your health. Because like the world we are living today, there are so many people who are not taking care of themselves, because you say you are going to reach this stage and whatever. You're supposed to eat well. When you eat well, it's a success because you'll not be sick. Yeah, so you have to mind about your success in your health, success in your way forward of the way you are supposed to save, because as you grow old, you'll not be able to do some of the things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And now when it comes to when one person, one individual is successful, people are from, are those who are employed, they earn more than the others. So when one person is more, allow me to use the word, successful than the other, how do you get to balance that and to solve that issue? Because it could crop up as a big issue that can even lead to separation. Maybe it is the wife that is more successful than the husband, or the husband is more successful, and vice versa.
In marriage, always let the man be the head of the house. Even when it comes to the finances, if it is the woman who is earning a lot, you should not tell yourself that I'm the boss, I'm the security. Let each pray the Lord in the house, the one you are supposed to pray. Let you table down, even if you are earning a lot than the man. Table down. Do what? Ask him, is it possible we do this and this? Knowing that you already have that in mind, and you already have the cash. And when it is an open discussion, you'll be able to move on. Maybe sometimes the man will say, not now. So, because you have respect towards each other, you'll need to pause a bit, but you have a way word, because you need blessings. Whatever you do with blessings, you'll succeed.
Okay. So you should know each other's space and not demean.
Yeah.
And then next person.
And balance the family. And balance the whatever you normally get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And now when it comes to there's the stay-home mom, who is there, and maybe there's this issue that has been really getting to affect so many families. You find the lady was working, was an independent woman, and she was living her life, and then they get to meet up with this person, also independent, also working. But when now it comes, as they agree, when after marriage, the husband is like, I would like that, because we are a family, Zapenda, you stop working and now concentrate on family matters. In such an instance, how would you advise?
If they find it is good for the lady to stop working, so that she can bring up the kids, and they come to a mutual understanding, well and good.
Okay.
Yeah, because instead of somebody taking care of the kids, but it all depends. Let it be an open discussion. What is the way forward? If I take care of my kids, how am I going to survive?
Okay.
If the man is earning a lot, and it can cater for the family, they can decide.
Okay.
Yeah, because if the children are taken care of, it is an investment, because children are an investment in families.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it should be discussed.
It should be discussed before. It should be discussed. In case you'll have a vacation for 2 years for our child to grow up.
Yeah.
Well and good. And then after that, we might keep a business. Let it be an open discussion, because sometimes when once becomes idle, it becomes a devil's workshop. So when you are bringing up the kids, the lady is busy.
Okay.
The man is also busy. But when the children grows up and goes to school, this person will no longer be busy.
Okay.
So that is now the high time we should decide. Because our children have grown up, what's the way forward?
Amazing.
Not forever. You can put a business. You can think of being employed, but it all depends, because each and every individual is very unique, and there is what you are good at. Maybe you might be good at business. Yeah.
Amazing. Now coming to the support system. A family, maybe husband and wife, definitely they have siblings, they have parents that sometimes they are firstborns, they need to take care of their smaller sisters and brothers and all of that. When it comes to support system, how best can they go about it as they're preparing to get into marriage? What are some of those discussions they can have to enhance that?
They can enhance on when they're about their families. They have their brothers and sisters. They have their parents. They have to come and mutual understanding. When shall we be visiting them, or how can we help? Because I don't think I'll be comfortable when my brother is sick, or my mom, or my parent, or our parents are sick, and they cannot get medication. And here Catherine is working, and cannot help the family. Here we have to come. I have to be open to him. In our family, this is happening. And when I'm open, we'll be able to discuss how much shall we help and for how long. Should we take our brother, our sister? Should we help our parents? Here it comes, because it is vice versa. He might be the one, I might be the one. So we'll have to decide. Monthly, or yearly, we shall be paying NHIF for our parents, so that we will cater for the medical bills. Maybe it's my brother, I'm his brother who is in school, and maybe the parents are not able to pay the school fees. We shall be spending 1,000 per month, depending, because we have to love ourselves first. Yeah, we cannot spend all. Sometimes we tell, because you see, blood is thicker than water. I might think I'll go to my side, and he go to my side. That's not a marriage. Obviously, you'll have to come to a disagreement. But when you are open that our brother is joining Form 1, I tell him, James, we need to help them shop. And then they pay for the school fees. So we come to an understanding. That will work. But if I go behind the curtains, when he comes to realize, I come to realize, that's when we say, it is not working.
It's not working.
Or here it needs to be open to each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Openness is the key.
Openness is the key. Okay. So that we can have success. Because we can succeed and our family is not succeeding. But in the real sense, they'll say, huko ni kwa akina Catherine. Huko ni kwa akina James. And then they say, these people have stayed well, but have a look at their parents, have a look at their brothers, have a look at their sisters.
Okay.
So we are all affected, if not infected.
Okay. Be open and speak about it.
Yeah.
Good. Now, self-worth and also management.
When it comes,
also affects the finances.
Yeah. When it comes to self-worth, if I cannot be able to do what I'm supposed to do, I'll feel worthless, unworthy. I'll be unworthy. And then I'll be diminished, I'll be demoralized, and then I'll not function.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But if I'm worth, if I can be able, I'll feel worth. I feel better. I'll feel I'm somebody. So self-worth is very important. But it also depends. How do I take myself as Catherine?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that is good. And to wrap up on matters finances, there is the management part, which I believe you've touched a bit on, but I believe there's also more that you can tell us.
When it comes to the management, we'll have to see how much do you earn. When it comes to the management, you'll have to check on how do you start? Okay. How do you start managing your finances? You cannot manage what you doesn't have. Maybe you have a shamba. How do you manage the shamba you have bought? Okay. During the rainy season, you plant array so that you move on. That means you have managed. And when you have good crops in the shamba, you'll be able to get food. Also, when it comes to cost of living, like today, we have to check on the cost of living. It has become so expensive. Is it possible for us to cook a lot of food during supper so that we can use it as the breakfast? So we have cut the cost of living of buying a bread or going to the market. One meal for the whole family. As long as we'll be able to eat fresh food and healthy. That can work. Another thing is allocation of funds. We have to allocate the funds. You have a vision. How do you allocate whatever you are getting? Because if you doesn't allocate towards the end of the day, it will be that you are not able to manage yourself. You allocate whatever you are getting. If you are earning 100,000, what do you need for your expenses and what do you need to save? You'll be able to, when you locate, you'll be able to know the way forward. Another thing when you want to do is you have to set limitations. Maybe, for example, you are invited for 3 weddings. And here, there's somebody who has a hospital bill, a close friend who has invited you. You have come to an agreement. What is more priority? When it comes to wedding, you can even visit these people when they have a firstborn. But if somebody is sick, it's better to help these people pay the bill because maybe this person is in a crisis. So that those are some of the limitations we are supposed to do. Another thing is you have to put great goals. And when it comes to great goals, don't put goals that will stress you. Let them be within your reach. There are people like when we entered 2024. This is what I would like to do in 2024. But you have set goals that are beyond you. That set goals that within limit. So that towards the end of the day, you will not be stressed. When you set goals that are within your remit, Emily will be able to move forward. And you'll not be able to struggle. You'll be a better person. We'll find that your face is shining and you'll be able to move on. But you'll never move on if you set your goals more than you can.
Beautiful, beautiful. And as we get to wind up, what is the one thing that you can tell those couples who are already in marriage? Maybe they're having these financial issues and age issues as well, as we wrap up maybe in one instance.
It is never too late. They can go back to the cloud and start planning. Whatever you planned with a friendly way and not blaming each other. So there is always room for improvement. And kurekebishana kwa upore, so that at least you can live your life, but not your neighbors, your brothers, your sisters, ama your pastors, ama your priests life. Don't live how the society is telling you, but your instincts are very important. It is never too late.
It's never too late.
And if you have a chance, even if you are married, you can even go for pre-marital counselling.
It's still applicable.
It's applicable. You can remind yourself. You'll be able to learn more. Because always, when we have a vehicle, we do engine overhaul. Each and every time. Why don't you remind yourself? And also, in case there are workshops for marriages, it is good to go if ladies are meeting, if men are meeting, wherever you are, in the society, in the neighborhood, in the church. It really helps a lot because you will be equipped and you will move on and you will appreciate yourself. The worst is to say that I cannot. Just say, I will make it. With the help of God, I will succeed.
That is very beautiful. And just to add on what you mentioned about girls, there's a meme that says, there's a quote that someone mentioned but in a meme form. Wacha kuset goals ngumu. Anza na kuchange toothbrush na kudeworm. As simple as that. If you're even in marriage, wacha kuset hizo ngumu. Anza na these ones that you can do. So we are glad to have you here today, Madam Catherine, and thank you for coming today and helping us understand more about premarital counseling. I believe the classes are still available, and so if there's anyone who has desire, tumeambia kutoka 6 months. Ka uko na mpoa wako hapo, tafadhali usikimbie just a month to the wedding ndio unaanza anabaidha kuna kwa premarital. Go earlier so that you can have these discussions in depth and get to learn more about your spouse, so that ukiingia at least unajua ni wapi unaingia, ni wapi hapo ambapo unaingia na unafanya nini na utakuwa umemjua zaidi. Thank you so very much for coming. If anyone wants to reach out to you, all you need to do is text us. The number we'll be giving you, we'll be sharing with you the number. So just text us that you would love to be part ama to visit ama to walk the journey of premarital counseling with Madam Catherine, and we will be free and open to give you her number so that you can also connect with her. Or any other question, she's a counselor, any other question you might have. Thank you for coming, and thank you for your insights. We appreciate.
Thank you very much, and be blessed.
Amen. Be blessed as well. Please, venye tu tumesoma, acha kuset goals ngumu, anza na kuchange toothbrush na kudeworm. We'll be back with MC Joseph Karanja. Stay tuned.